another interview with Dave Snyder from Search and Social. Dave, your top 5 e-commerce tips.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing, we work for a lot of e-commerce companies. The first thing that you're going to want to do all the time is get your data in order and build good information architecture for your site. I think it's something that people really sidestep in the e-commerce product, but if you're building out, let's say you start with a 500 product catalog and you end up with an 8,000 product catalog and your data is not manageable and your site isn't constructed the right way, it's going to be really hard to leverage that information, right? So it's going to become a search nightmare and a usability nightmare. The second step for me is really after that, usability. So you have a site well constructed, now you need to make sure it's being used properly. So that goes into multivariate testing, seeing how different things are converting and go from there. The third step would be to use PPC to help you construct your SEO campaign. See if your product might be really brand term dominated. See if brand terms, generic terms, what's working best. Just make sure, use it with your multivariate testing to see what's converting, what's not converting, different conversion funnels. Fourth tip would be to get yourself in Google Base. We've just seen such great traction traffic-wise and conversion-wise with Google Base, especially with universal search being such a big element. Because if you can have a well-optimized internet marketing campaign and you're ranking for your term organically and then your term in PPC and then you have a Google-based listing as well, you have 3 spots on the page, you're going to convert at a higher rate. And the fifth thing I would say is great customer service. I always try to take it offline, and if you don't have good customer service, your internet business isn't going to succeed. Just because we're not in the real world scenario doesn't mean you don't have to have good customer service. Listen to your customers, shape your site for your customers, not for you.
Excellent, excellent. Now, Search and social media and e-commerce.
Yes,
it's challenging. What are your thoughts?
Social media e-commerce is really, it's possible. It's about finding your niche. And I actually did a session on that today, where stay away from the big brands. Not stay away from them completely. If you're an Apple or let's say a Harley Davidson, you should be on the Facebooks of the world, right? You have a big brand base. If you're your local Chevy dealer, it's not going to work as well. So maybe go out and find the auto forums, find different places where your consumers are at, and actually give a lot in those communities, and you'll see that it's going to get you whatever you need. If you're looking for traffic, links, maybe you're just looking to get some local foot traffic, that's what you should be doing. So really find where your customer base is at and go after that segment. And then don't force yourself into social media. Set goals to begin with, and then how do I hit these goals as I move. The same thing with SEO as any marketing campaign. For some reason people start social media at a different level. We need to do this, but it needs to be like, we need to do this because we need to reach X goal that we're looking for.
So really measure and make sure that you're achieving those goals.
Absolutely. Analytics is important in social as it is with search. You just have to use different tools, obviously.
Okay. Last question, your favorite analytics package, since you mentioned analytics?
Analytics, I think, we use a mixture of analytics packages whenever we work on anything. But, if you're a small business owner, Google Analytics is the way to go, right? If you're a big business owner, Google Analytics isn't the way to go because you don't want to give them too much data. So, I like web trends a lot, and then Neil Patel's coming out with a great analytics package called Kissmetrics. And from everything I've seen from that and heard about that, it looks like an amazing tool. So I would definitely tell people to go look at that as well.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you very much. How can people find you? Website, blog, Twitter?
You can find us at www.searchandsocial.com. Also, I'm at Dave Snyder on Twitter. And then I also write for a myriad of blogs. So.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.